Hello guys and welcome to another video. Today we have the second episode of me upgrading my old PC. As you read in the title, our budget has increased. And in this episode, I'll be buying a new motherboard, a new CPU, a new GPU, a new CPU cooler, and some better RAM, so this is about to be packed. So please subscribe to the channel. So first, I was looking at the CPUs, and I couldn't really find any good deals on used CPUs until I found this deal. So I found this one guy who was selling two used motherboards, which both of them had a cooler, a CPU, and 8GB of DDR3 RAM. The only difference between both of these were that one had a better CPU, so I picked the one with the better CPU, and that cost me 20 bucks. Now I had to look for the GPU, but that was a way bigger problem. In this price range, there's not really much options, so I was either looking at the 1050 Ti or the 1650. Both of these cards have an amazing feature where they only draw the power from the PCIe slot, so that's amazing. I don't have to buy any adapters, and they fit perfectly in my case. Also, they are really low voltage, so they don't draw that much heat, so I'm not going to be needing to buy more fans. And also, the price you saw in the pictures was not the final price, because that was an auction, and that's just when I took the picture. So before I decide which GPU I should buy, let's run some benchmarks. I'll be trying two different benchmarks I just found on Google. This one I already tried before, but it was not that great, so I also found a different one. So here's the score I got on the first test. I think it could be more because for some reason the 3D test didn't work. It's probably because it crashed because the GPU is too bad and it crashed. So I think I'll run the second test now. The servers are full. I think I would have to buy some pro version to do this. So I'll just skip this one and do only that one after. And after I'm also gonna run some games, but right now I already ran the games in the last video. And with the current setup, I can't even run most games. So after I get the new setup, I'll try CS2, Rainbow Six Siege, and games like that. So stay tuned and keep watching. So after scrolling on my country's most popular marketplace, I decided I want to go for the 1050 Ti. After some negotiating, I got this deal from this guy for the 1050 Ti for just $70. And in your country, that might be a lot, but in my country, it's like an okay deal, so I went for that. And also the guy who I bought the motherboard from gave me a free Intel Pentium CPU. I don't know which version was it, but if anyone wants it and is able to pay for the shipping, I can send it to you, or I'll just sell it and make some extra money. Yo, I'm kind of tired. I think I'm gonna take a quick nap. Oh, what is that? Oh my god, it's the package. Let's open it. Yo, this package is huge. I wonder if it's the GPU or the CPU. Bro, what is this packaging? Okay, this is the actual package, but at least he made sure it's not gonna break, so I'm giving points for that. The motherboard looks fine, but I didn't know it's this small, bro. You can't see that through the pictures. So this is the CPU we got for free, and it's an Intel Pentium G something. If you guys want it, just send me a message. If you paid for the shipping, I can give it to you, or I might just sell it if no one wants it. The RAM looks pretty high quality, but it has some burn marks, or what is this? How do you even get your RAM dirty? Do you bring it outside or something? I already made some progress on installing the new motherboard. It's already screwed in, the shield is in, and here's the old motherboard. But now I think I'm just gonna wait for the GPU to arrive, so right now I'll just leave it like this. Boom! So our graphics card has arrived. This is the packaging. I obviously can't show it from the other side, but this is the packaging. Let's open it. Here is how it looks like without the box. Now I just gotta take this plastic off. It looks really good. The condition looks mint. I mean, there's just a tiny bit of dust, but I guess that's okay. So it looks like from the back. Everything looks like it should be working. There's also an MSI Afterburner CD, but I think I can just download MSI Afterburner, so I'm probably not gonna use it and just keep it in the packaging. Now I was just building my PC. I don't know if it's just me, but do you guys also suck at finding what's wrong with the PC? Because it took me like 3 days to build it, and then like 2 days to find what's wrong with the PC because it wasn't turning on. And after that, I found out it was the RAM because it didn't work. Boom! It's been 5 days and the computer is working. So a lot has happened in the meantime, and you can see I'm downloading some games because I was playing with my friends before. And I mean, it's working, and I've got some good news and some bad news. The good news is the GPU works perfectly fine, and now it just goes downhill. The guy sent me the wrong RAM, or just not working RAM, so it didn't work. I had to put my old RAM in the computer. And he also sent me the wrong CPU. It was supposed to be an i5 4440, which should be dealt with later because he said he's just gonna give me a refund or send me the good CPU. So I'm probably just gonna get the good CPU, and that's probably all. I can show you some FPS I'm getting right now, maybe on Roblox or Counter-Strike when I download it, and I'll just have to wait for a few more days for the CPU to arrive now. So in Roblox on Ultimate Graphics, we get 180 FPS, which it was 340 before, but there's a map with stuff going on. So if there's not stuff going on, it goes to 240, which before I remember it exactly, it was 30 before. So, I mean, for below $100 to get so much more performance, I mean, I don't think I could have done better. Maybe I could have gotten a better GPU, but later we're even gonna get better performance. So even when I'm on the map, I'm getting over 200. So when I get the new CPU, the performance is gonna be even higher. So right now I'm really happy about how it turned out. It took me a lot of time to figure out what was wrong with it since the RAM didn't work, but it should be all good now. So now I'll show you the FPS. I'm also getting 240, which is the max you can get in Roblox all times. And right now I'll just show you the FPS in CS2. So my recording didn't work, but it was 70 FPS. And I noticed some things when I was playing the games. Every time when I was playing, my RAM was immediately maxed out. And I feel like it was just lagging because of that. It wasn't really lagging, but in like Minecraft, it started stuttering when it reached 100%, or in Rainbow Six Siege. So I decided, I think I'm gonna upgrade the RAM. The sticks I bought before didn't work, but they were 8 GB anyway. So I just decided to buy a new RAM. And some of y'all might be saying, how did you buy new sticks of RAM in the RAM apocalypse? And it was pretty easy. My motherboard actually supports DDR3 RAM, so the RAM apocalypse doesn't really apply to it. So basically, the guy I bought the motherboard from works at a company where they don't just have the ports laying around they sell, they scavenge them from old computers and stuff, and they don't have the CPU he intended to give me. I would need to upload this video in 4 months because it's taking him so long, so I'll just end it here and make a part 2 later. So I'll just show you the FPS I get in many games I downloaded. First, this is a 4K video at 60 frames, and it's running perfectly fine, no lags at all. Let's move to the games. In Rocket League, on the absolute lowest settings, we get 290 FPS, sometimes it goes to 300. I can try to move around, see it stays stable. 290. And let's bump it up a little bit. So right now it's on the settings I use when I play Rocket League, because I have 240 FPS and I have the textures on ultra and everything else on low. For me, this is the best settings because it has high quality and you also get high FPS. Let's bump it up even more now. So now everything is set to quality and we get 219 FPS, which is pretty good, still above my hertz of my monitor, so I could definitely play on this. You can even see the reflections of stuff. Let's bump it up even more now. With the settings on everything on ultra, we get 190 FPS, I mean, sometimes 200, which is still above my hertz limit. But in actual game, I don't think I'll be getting this much FPS, so I play on a little lower frames, a little lower graphics, but still above my hertz limit, pretty good. Let's move to another game. So guys, my PC isn't letting me load Valorant for some reason, but I played it before, it worked perfectly fine, and you will just have to trust me. On the base map on the training and practice range, On the lowest setting, I didn't even bump it up. I just put in the lowest settings and I got over 200. That's just all you need to know. It just doesn't let me load in the game. I don't know, this game sucks, but I'm never playing it again. On Rainbow Six Siege, we get about 70, 80 to 60 FPS, but when I'm inside the building, most of the time it's on 60. So I think I'll call this one 60, which is, I mean, it's playable, not really good for competitive gaming, which Rainbow Six Siege is, but if you just want to play the game, I mean, you can play it. So, W, let's move to another game. And last game we're going to be trying is Roblox Most Realistic Game. And you might be saying, Roblox, it's not going to be that realistic. Just look at this. This looks like a real forest, bro. You can't tell me. And right now we're on the highest graphics already. And we're getting about 40 to 50 FPS, most of the time 50. Right now, I'm just gonna try it on the lowest settings for comparison how much FPS we get. And boom, you can instantly see how bad it looks compared to the ultra graphics. I mean, on mobile this would still seem quite realistic, but on the lowest settings we get 190, 180, 170 FPS, something like that. And that's probably all from the testing. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching. And as I told you before, there's a part 2 coming soon when I'll change the CPU. I don't know if I'll make it a video, I'm gonna make it a short. But right now, on top of my finger, you're gonna see the final price of this build. And for that price, I think I did a pretty good job. I'll see you in the next one, and bye. And you might be asking, why didn't you do the benchmark? Simply, it didn't work.